Hello everyone, the Jimvitational 2 is now in round 4, and that is what I, Wild Rumpus, will be covering today. We've got Endill versus Kollin. This is the upper bracket side of things, so both of these players, by winning in both round 1 and 2, were able to bypass round 3, which was a losers-only round. And yeah, winner of this will, of course, proceed, but loser will as well, as, again, this is the upper bracket side of things. But anyway, Endill versus Kollin. Let us get right into game 1. And it's going to be a Mence versus a Metagross. Both these mons going to threaten each other, and both are going to switch out. Snorlax getting the better side of things. Oh, especially with the crit para on Zapdos. The only thing that would have made that worse is the full para, but Meta should be able to kill Zapdos here if it so chooses. Has Rock Slide as well. Skarm is going to be the switch in, as Mag revealed, as Spike goes down. That Mag is predictable as Endill with the Lax and the Meta, but not too much you can do about it necessarily unless you had like a backup Doug, which Endill in all likelihood does not have. Anyway, Mence reveals Flamethrower to take out the Metagross there, and some shuffling around here. Gyarados is revealed as Snorlax going to start cursing up with the T-Tar entry. This is a physical tar. It's going to be quite threatening to Lax. Switches out actually on the EQ. Okay. Worth noting that, I mean, with the Mag team, Gyarados is probably going to be Dragon Dance. Mence, oh man, getting Parrot as well. This Lax has been hitting all the paras. That being said, I mean, Lax still wins this 1v1 against Salamence, but, you know, you at least can get, like, more Brick Break chip if you wanted to, or if you were planning to switch out. Regardless, then, yeah. But Endill just going to be shuffling between T-Tar and Salamence, trying to get some Intimidates shuffled. But, of course, when you're switching into these body slams pretty regularly, you are risking the para, as T-Tar gets parried as well. It reveals Crunch, so unlikely to have a stronger move to hit Snorlax here, unfortunately. And the Snorlax is looking like a humongous threat. Zapdos is parried, as is the Salamence. Snorlax, with the Intimidates, actually not doing so much anymore. And it's actually underspeeding the paralyzed Salamence, which is crazy. That was only one speed drop from Curse. Okay, Gyarados is in. It's going to feel safe to click DD here if it has it. Salamence probably not having anything to really threaten it. Actually just goes straight for the double edge. Takes out Zapdos, and Flygon is revealed to be the last for Endill. Another double edge clicked here from Gyara on the Rock Slide. Just about half. And, okay, Kollin just happy to click double edge here. Get some damage and a cleanup kill with Gyarados, and goes Celebi, which is definitely a threat here. Now, of course, we did see Crunch T-Tar, but yeah, Hidden Power Ice is kind of the exact move you would want to have here. A Leech Seed means that the Celebi can just 1v1 Blissey in all likelihood. Switches out actually onto Meta, and there is zero switch into a Meteor Mash here. Kollin looks like he might have it. Yeah, Blissey isn't able... Okay, does get the para. I was going to say, the order of events there, we were either going to see a counter, or after the Thunderbolt, okay, maybe we see a para. We did. Meta, unfortunately, still outspeeding. The para only mattering so much, actually, because both of Endill's actual offensive threats are paralyzed. Of course, Salamence is going to outspeed the Metagross, and Heracross probably going to clean things up here. If it has an accurate move to click, Rock Slide is definitely more accurate than Mega Horn, so you have that. And a Brick Break would seal the deal 100% of the time here. Goes for the Mega Horn, doesn't have Brick Break, but it connects. And yeah, Kollin going to take game 1 here. Definitely some nice paras there from the body slams, but overall, I mean, it looks like Kollin just had a pretty decent matchup here, considering that, yeah, once you take out Skarm, especially with the damage on Zapdos, then there just aren't any steel resists, like no water type or anything like that. Anyway, Kollin gonna lead the series 1-0. Let's get right into game 2 with a meta Zapdos lead. Endill switching out into Lax, using a Thunderbolt for it. some BP out into own meta from Kollin on the Body Slam. No para this time. And there's Suicune. Okay. Mash doing very little damage there. In all likelihood, a defensively oriented Suicune here. Quick Surf into Zapdos. And back out to Lax. Okay, on the T-Waves, the Snorlax is now officially paralyzed. And can it return the favor? Oh, another crit para, there we go. Okay, so Meta is paralyzed as well. In comes Claydol, actually, on the Psychic Click. Okay, so it's a mixed Metagross. And switch out into Meta now from Endill. You know, assuming no Earthquake from Kollin's own Metagross. Might be Hidden Power Fire, but you're expected to likely win this 1v1, and the full para absolutely helps out there as well. Claydol enters on... I'm not sure what Endill was expecting there, if this was like a Boom Sack or something, or just trying to get a Claydol in for the KO. But anyway, Kollin trying to get stuff done with this Metagross, not really able to achieve too much. Doubles out into Celebi now, which we did see earlier. I think you mentioned that. And it was a BP Celebi, if I believe. Yes, so Calm Mind pass. Regice is here. Okay, Swampert in with a Spadef boost. Okay, clicks Toxic here. Probably going to be able to 1v1 this Regice. We'll see if Swampert... Okay, it looks like Swampert doesn't have a physical move, so it will be stuck attacking into Regice's very high special defense. But it has that special attack boost. And yeah, seeing that it is maybe a mono part with Toxic, Suicune feels more than comfortable to enter and try and set up on it. Now, Kollin's Zapdos is basically full. So that's definitely... And did it click Roar? Am I just imagining things? No, it didn't click Roar. But still, with Zapdos and Celebi, this Suicune, which seems defensive, unlikely to have Ice Beam, probably an easy threat to deal with at this point in the game. And it switched out and maintained the Toxic status as well, which is not what you want to see. It's a double-edged meta. Okay. Big damage there onto Zapdos with the Spadef, or excuse me, the special attack boost. A big threat as well. And the BP chain just keeps going. Suicune in now. Now this Starmie seems to be offensive, probably has a Thunderbolt. Regice is in. Man, but with the Toxic, is it in Hydro Pump range? We're going to find out, just barely shy. Clicks Boom there. Starmie living, though. Wow. That is really... I mean, oh, Lax actually eating a chunk for that, yeah. What a crazy live there from what looked like an offensive Starmie. I don't know my Regice Boom calcs, but I just see Explosion and I assume it gets the kill on, like, offensive mons. Anyway, again, this is looking really good for Kollin. Yeah, Suicune can maybe rest up here, but it should be a free entry for Zap or Celebi, okay. And, hey, let's get the BP chain going yet again. Lax enters now. Now, if this Snorlax has self-destruct, maybe think about clicking it, just to try and disrupt the chain. Goes for Body Slam. Metagross is paralyzed, so that would be a really nice thing to BP into on this Lax, but otherwise, kind of can't. Anyway, Celebi just going for the attacks. Big Hidden Power Fire there on Meta. Gonna find the KO as well. And what is your answer as Endill? Goes for Calm Mind in front of Claydol, which clicks Earthquake, doesn't find the KO. Yikes, and if this is Giga, then Celebi's going to get a lot of health. Actually, did it reveal all the moves? Okay, Boom there. Yes, it did. Okay, so Hidden Power Fire and Psychic. No grass coverage. Okay, Mence last. Is that going to be enough? Well, now that Zapdos is gone, and Celebi's quite weak, and revealed no grass move, and revealed no Leech Seed, this Suicune is suddenly looking a lot more threatening. Maybe a little bit of hope here for Endill, and choosing not to sack it earlier when it was kind of on death's door and toxic, yeah, might be a valuable Pokemon to have here. Especially since you basically know Swampert hasn't revealed all moves. There's still one unrevealed, but it's easy to imagine that's a refresh with just a mono part with some... Oh man, Boom here actually going to find Suicune. And now it's all up to Mence. Now again, Swampert does not have Ice Beam. Celebi, oh wow, and the crit hidden power. I think that's probably flying, doing neutral damage. So this could be a DD Mence. Yep, there's the Dragon Dance. And HP flying is going to be more than enough to take out Celebi. So it's just a matter of, can Kollin's last eat a hit? It's Doug. Doug is not going to be able to eat a hit. Hidden power flying, crit, not going to matter there. And wow. For a moment there, it was looking like Suicune really nice, but then the boom found its mark. But then DD Salamence against Pokemon that can otherwise sometimes deal with Mence. Well, specifically a Pert is like kind of exactly what you want for a DD Mence, but Mono Pert, no ice coverage, gonna be not so, obviously the crit, not super helpful. But Mence, I mean, when all was said and done, was like at half, so still could have eaten a Surf and gotten away with it nonetheless. But yeah, game 2, things are tied up now. And moving on into game 3, where the series will be decided. Gonna be a T-Tar on T-Tar. Both players opting to bring the sand. Kollin goes for an Earthquake on the Brick Break from Endill. No choice band, so both T-Tars are alive. Kollin's a little bit worse for wear. Since Kollin was faster and 2-hit KO'd Endill's, he decided to stay in and go for an Earthquake. On the Pert switch, now both players on Skarm. And immediate Gengar switch here from Kollin. Endill getting that second spike. This Gengar is threatening a Wisp. The most common Pokemon you'd be worried about from Kollin is a Pursuitar in this position. But Endill already revealed a physical T-Tar in all likelihood. I mean, Brick Break can be run on Pursuit sets, but still. Gengar unfortunately misses the Wisp on Blissey. Just a little bit of chip there missed out on. Skarm. Yeah, both Skarms probably going to get 3 spikes. And this might be a fast game. I mean, in these kind of spike on spike TSS teams, yeah, once both players get those 3 spikes down, it can go pretty quickly. Skarm clicking Drill Peck here. Kollin predicting a switch out, tried to click Toxic. Clicks it again and misses, which is unfortunate. Claydol is in now. Does Claydol click Spin? No, clicks Earthquake actually. So that did not cover the Gengar switch in. Interesting. Yeah. Kollin just predicting no spin. Spin didn't come out. Endill predicting to stay in as well. Instead of opting for the spin, just went for the EQ. Okay, Skarmory is now wisped. So if Kollin has a spinner, then long term, you can expect to win the Spike War. And now own Skarmory from Kollin. And what moves are we going to see here? Just a Peck War. Yeah, I mean, Kollin is just happy to have this Skarm staying in, taking that burn chip, as Metagross is revealed. Getting some Meteor Mash damage with the Raise, but just going to get roared out immediately. And Endill is just trying to rack up as much Spikes chip as he can, while Skarmory is still alive here. And finds Metagross. Okay. So Metagross taking some of that Spikes chip, misses the Rock Slide as well. Okay, Jolteon means that that Rock Slide miss does not materialize in an extra Roar turn. And what will Jolt click here? Just goes for the Thunderbolt as Skarm is sacked off. You can think about clicking a Roar there. I mean, there's easy switch-ins from Endill in the form of Claydol or Blissey. Staying in here, we do see the spin this time around. Okay, so no spikes anymore for Endill's side of things. But Claydol has taken a lot of damage in the process. Jolt gonna BP out. Doesn't go Skarm, actually. Goes Metagross. Gonna see probable Swampert switch in. We do see the Swampert switch in on the Earthquake, 30%. And this Pert probably threatens a KO with Earthquake. Goes for Pump instead. Now we might see some spikes start to go down again. And nope, it's gonna be a full para actually, as T-Tar re-enters. And it does have Fire Blast. Okay. As the spike does go down now. And what is the T-Tar switch in? There isn't one. Skarm will just be sacked off. Okay. Meta now in again. And with the spike, Meta has more potential against that Swampert switch in. Goes for the mash actually. And Suicune last from Endill. Isn't the biggest threat against like Jolteon. I mean, Gengar outspeeds as well, but with some boosts, things can get scary. So own Suicune for Kollin as well. And Kollin gonna start Calm Minding up. So at this point, when there's... it's looking like both players are going for a Suicune endgame, you have to think about, okay, Roar is a big threat here. And now you have to think about what booms remain. Ancient Power, interesting. Oh man, and the Hydro Pump miss. Uh-oh. Does the Suicune have Rest as well? Yikes, we don't find out with the full para. Hydro Pump probably means no rest. 3 Ancient Power clicks. Metagross re-enters for potentially the last time here. And Suicune is the answer of choice. Mash doesn't get a raise, but Suicune gonna outspeed anyway, so... Metagross goes down. This lets in Jolteon. Okay. Now Jolt can... Again, like Thunderbolt is sketchy into the Claydol and the Blissey. Klisk Hidden Power Grass. Okay, that's a nice hidden power to have in that situation, but Blissey is in. And, I mean, how do you win this if you're Kollin? Because both these Pokemon are kind of walled by Blissey. I guess Gengar could boom on it, but then you lose with Jolteon. Although, to be honest, Grass is the perfect coverage to have here for Jolteon. Well, it's paralyzed, so never mind. If it wasn't paralyzed, then... I mean, against the Tar that's so healthy. Yeah, this is kind of looking over. Because all Blissey needs to do is just survive Gengar, get the T-Wave off, and it is just over. Full para once there. You need a string of multiple full paras, I think, if you're Kollin. And soft-boiled. Definitely resets a lot of that progress. And the question for Endill is, do you want to be like as close to full as possible for this Gengar? And honestly, do you even want to maybe... Okay, whatever. Just takes the KO there. I'll rehash this endgame once things are over. Yeah, Gengar clicking Ice Punch into Blissey. It is looking super over. The freeze, not really going to matter for the sake of the game. Unless, can you imagine if we just saw both these Pokemon just unable to move for like 10 turns? That would be something else. There, Gengar remains frozen. Crit gonna clean things up, and yeah, that is gonna be the game. Endill taking it. Kollin gonna get knocked into the loser's bracket now. But yeah, in the endgame here, I was wondering if Blissey, because it's kind of sketchy, Blissey being paralyzed, right? Is it worth going... Like, do you even sack something to get in? Well, how weak is Claydol? Claydol might just lose to Gengar. So do you just, like, sack Claydol to get T-Tar in for free? And then... Or no, you could sack Claydol. Since the Jolt is already paralyzed, you can get Blissey back in without the para. Might be a little safer way to do things, but, I mean... Endill needed to get full para so much, like needed to get supremely unlucky for that to even matter. So, well played from both players. And yeah, again, Endill gonna take things here. It's always nice to end off on a Spikes game as well. Just love to watch him play the TSS. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this round 4 match. Donate to the prize pool as well. I know that you may have been spoiled in some previous rounds, not of the result, but of the fact that the tournament in real time might or might not already be over. But you can still donate to the prize pool, and I encourage you to do so, as well as subscribe to the channel, Revival Tournaments, if you enjoy this type of content. But anyway, that's all from me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all later.